Hey guys, it is me back again with another demo straight off of Steam's Next Fest going on right now until the 20th. So you got a couple of days to check out some of the demos that are on there. This is the first demo from there, well, maybe second if you want to count the one I put out just a little bit earlier. This is Archon Soul. It is a deck builder roguelike. And it looks like all I've got so far is 1 out of 4 characters. Because that all is all what the demo has available. It is the Gaiamancer. Alright, a mage from a village torn apart by famine wields the power of nature and growth. He seeks the soul's power to save his village from certain starvation. Worthiness is also locked. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Obviously. Oh ho, upcoming combat. It's the Punch Wizard. Frail body, any dice. Okay, so I guess we use dice too. At the beginning of your turn, your discarded dice are rolled into your hand. Bloop, 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 bloop. Obviously, drag your dice into the dice inputs to cast spells. Dice inputs can have requirements for the dice you put into them. Hover over them for more info. This is the enemy's intention display. It shows you what the enemy will do on their turn. You can hover over it for more information. So, well, we don't know what he's doing. This needs 7. Make a new dice for the rest of combat and discard it. So, and this one is a barrier. Gains 3 barrier if DV is 3 or less. Gain 5 barrier instead. And deal 5 damage if dice value is 5 or more. Deal 7 damage instead. Okay, so like I can put you there. Barrier blocks incoming damage. Barrier goes away at the beginning of each turn. And then I guess I can put you there. And we're going to go ahead and try to maximize our barrier because we don't know what's going on. Now, does barrier go away at the beginning of battle? It does. There's that. You're doing 14 damage. You are definitely not helping me. It automatically ends turn once your dice is gone. Which is kind of nice, I guess. Oh, well. That does not help me at all. What is this? Gaia's Protection. Gain 3 grounded if dice value is 1. Gain 5 grounded instead. Gain barrier equal to grounded. Okay. Well, what is this? Frail body. If DV dice value is 4, greater inflict 1 weak. Otherwise inflict 1 vulnerable to this enemy. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Grounded is going to give me 5 barrier. Okay, and I can only use it once. Which I guess is pretty okay. Getting the 1 dice is probably the best thing I could have done there. Let's kill him. Punch Wizard defeated. These are your combat rewards. Take as many as you want. You earn them. Okay, so we got some gold. I have a die face. Oh. That's a 9 die face. A dice rune. When you cast a spell using this rune, gain 3 grounded. Spells gaining barrier using this rune gain additional 4 barrier. I think I want grounded. A new spell now. Okay, Sweeping Kick. If the SANDSTORM has begun, well, I don't have any SANDSTORM. All faces without runes on dice used to cast the spell gain Toughness rune until end of combat. When you roll this dice face, gain 5 barrier. That's pretty good. Rush of Thorns. All faces without runes on dice used to cast the spell gain Spiked rune. So they deal. It's basically spiked back. We're gonna go Nature's Armor though. That looks good to me. Next combat, we have a shield and a tiny ogre. Okay, we can modify our dice now. Okay, so I can drag. Didn't I get one that had a new face? Your runes and face values are here. You can use these to modify your dice. Drag the runes and face values to the dice faces to modify them. You can reorder these faces by dragging them. Alright, so I do have one here. I want to crap that one out, and I think I want to... I'm going to grab that, I think. Because I can use that on my shield as well. Bloop, 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 bloop. These are your unit abilities. I already figured that out. Haha. You can use them once each combat. Drag your dice to unit ability to activate it. Like spells, they can have dice requirements to activate. Guy manages the unit abilities to give you additional barrier each turn. You can activate the enemy's unit abilities too. Unit abilities are really useful, so take advantage of them. Again, I think it'll actually be better if I did that one. And then I did that, because that gave me more. And what does this do? Deal 10 damage and inflict 2 weak on this enemy. This enemy will not attack during their next turn. So if I use 5, I can do that. But we're going to go ahead and use Rust. So he needs odds, and he gets basically stuck. Okay. Let me... That's going to grab me that. You are done there. You're both definitely doing some damage to me. I think I can... Yeah, I can just go ahead and get rid of you. Blocked out. There is toughness now. That's going to give me enough. That gets rid of that. Bam! I need to probably go ahead and use this undergrowth too. But I need to make 7 out. Adding some extra runes on my dice is actually pretty good, yeah. This allows me to gain a whole bunch of barrier, right? Give me that. You are completely done. I should be pretty fine now. Like 100%. Alright, die faces. These aren't really in particular. Whenever a spell using this rune gives a buff, give 1 additional stack. That's pretty good. When a spell using this rune deals fatal damage, gain 5 max HP. Permanently remove rune on activation. Blah. Fortitude. Whenever a spell using this rune gains barrier, gain 1 fortitude. Improves the amount of barrier gained. Remove rune until end of combat on activation. Yeah, I can take that. Spell. Poison foliage. Inflict 1 weak and 1 vulnerable to each enemy. Nah. Force of nature. Deal damage equal to your... Oh. That might be good. Carved in stone. Deal 6 damage. If the dice face used to cast the spell has a rune, gain 7. Dice value, barrier 7. We're going to go with force of nature. Because I have been, like, cranking out my barrier. Oh, we got an event. We got a shop. Let's go to the event. As you wander through the palace, the halls you were wandering through disappear, and a room made of shadow materializes around you. The shadows are somehow solid, and you cannot escape. The two totems rise from the floor. "We demand sacrifice," they scream in unison. "What will you give in order to gain?" Two dice bodies give us 12 life, it looks like. 5 max HP gives 110 gold. Alright. I'll give 2 dice bodies, I guess. You feel a sharp pain as dark energy flows from one totem into your chest. This energy feels distinctly demonic. It hurts, but there's a certain strength slowly dissipating throughout your body. The shadowy space vanishes, replaced by the maze-like hallways of the palace. You continue on. I did get something. I got like a... Yeah, I got dice bodies. Whenever this dice is used to cast a spell with repeat 1 additional time. I don't have anything on that. Spells cast using this dice deal 50% more damage and gain 50% more barrier. That's pretty good. I like that one. So we have a rest. We have an elite combat. You know what? We're just going to jump right in and go to elites. We'll see how well it runs. Well, let's see. We're going to run out here. Drag bodies onto the dice to apply them. We're going to go ahead and go that route. Yep, and I would definitely like to go ahead and do that. And I want to have you a fortitude on a 3. We're fighting a Hexa Beast. Any dice makes 4 ethereal dice. Self-inflict 1 week on the player. So we do have a 2 here. 2 on the barrier is going to help me a lot. Because you're doing 12 damage. So that really kind of sucks. So we're definitely going to go there. Okay. We're blocking that, thankfully. What are you doing? Curses 2 of the player's dice. It should give me 13. Alright, well that gives me quite a bit there. It gives me a week. Which does kind of suck. Oh, well that doesn't work. Boom, boom. That really sucks. That's going to help me. He's doing 17 damage and then buffing himself and debuffing me. You absolute shitheel. Alright. So that 1 week, I guess, stays with me. Well, that's fine, I guess. Give me that. You can go there. Bum. Alright, well you are definitely going to go there. And forces of nature just massively destroys him. help me that much, does it? Do that. $29 is very good. But no problems. We went ahead and destroyed him. Alright, what do we got? Oh, 2 random die faces. That's a 7. That's pretty. I'm going to go 2 random. Got a 4 and a 5. Okay. Chance. The dice face to the right of this rune is 3 times more likely to be rolled. Alright. Dice body. We have warm. Heals 7 HP at the end of combat. Whenever this dice is rolled, randomize its faces. We're going to go with warm. We got a spell now. Gain 5 might, lose 5 might at the end of turn, blah. Walk without rhythm. If the sandstorm has begun, gain 2 sandstorm intensity and 1 grounded. Otherwise, begin the sandstorm. Plate slip. Deal 13 damage to a random enemy. Only dice faces with a dice rune can be placed here. Interesting. I think I went walk without rhythm. These are your reserve spells. You can use this zone to hold on to spells that are situational or pivot to a different build. I really don't have anything. So at the end of turn, deal 5 damage to each enemy unit. So that's what Sandstorm does. That's not too bad, I guess. Sandstorm intensity increases the amount of damage. So basically you use this and you can start doing multiple damage to the enemies that you're facing, basically. It's not bad. It might be better than toughness, but toughness goes with forces of nature like really well. What do we got? Okay, do another elite combat. Alright, I do have... that one. Grab that one. Move you out. Move you there. There's that. Spell Maw. So I like the combat so far. It's actually not bad. A lot of these games are using dice for a lot of this stuff, which is really kind of cool. Countdown 17. The enemy takes twice as much damage from spells. That is pretty decent. Oh. Whenever the player casts a spell, this unit gains 1 might. Oh. That's not going to be very fun now, is it? Boom, boom, boom. So I have another toughness here. Give me that. Okay, so now he's got 5 times 2. I need to start taking him down. Well, this guy's really kind of tricky. So I need 5. Alright, bloated. Now you will take more damage from my spells. Yes. But I'm going to continue. I might just need to get rid of attack. If I get rid of attack, I might be able to do something a little bit better. A 46 damage, which is actually really good. But if I get rid of attack, I can put in that sandstorm, right? Yeah, 2 random faces. I don't really need too much of that. Recycle. When a spell is cast or a spell's countdown is reduced using this rune, re-roll this dice. That's actually really good. And then there's repeat. Spells with repeat cast using this rune repeat an additional time. When this dice face reduces the countdown, reduce countdown on all other spells. I'm going recycle. Recycle is really good. This dice cannot be destroyed. At the end of combat, permanently remove this dice body. If this dice was not used, gain 18 max HP. Now we're going Void Steel. Rise of Thorns. Turn to sand. Whenever a spell is consumed, gain sandstorm intensity equal to turn to sand. That's interesting. Gain barrier, repeat 2. I'll take that one. I'm going to put you there, because I can probably start getting the intensity sandstorm upwise. We're going to go that route. Okay, there's a shop. I haven't really needed to rest any. Alright, what do we got? If Sandstorm has begun, gain 1 Oasis. Whenever a unit takes damage from Sandstorm this turn, gain 2 Grounded. Oh. Boulder Toss. Deal 25 damage to random enemy. Destroy dice. Ugh. But I can use that Void Steel dice. Kinetic Body. Whenever this dice is used to cast a spell with repeat, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's another Vitality. There's a Vampire. Whenever spell using this... Oh, permanently remove it. Spells using this rune deal 50% more damage. Spells used... Don't use Consume. This dice face doubles countdown reduction. You roll this dice face, deal 5 damage to enemy unit. That's under construction. Oh, that's another reserve spell slot. Oh, that's just another spell slot. Definitely want that thing. Heal some HP. Dice used to cast this spell transforms into a stone dice body. After the first time this dice is rolled during combat, it will not roll a different face. Deal dice value damage 0 for the amount. Repeat twice. I think I'm going to go with Oasis though, because now I have another spot there. Yes. It's all coming together. Oh, I cannot. Required for true victory. Available in full gain. Come across 2 items in a magic field that will only allow you to take 1. One is an ornate crown. There isn't anything magical about it, but it's surrounded by a damaging field of dark magic, so it must be important. Hey, guess what? You can't take it. The other item is a simple cloth bag, but upon further inspection, you find that it's full of scrolls detailing runes. I gain a whole bunch of runes. Boss combat. The Replicator. Alright, let's see what we got here now. We got quite a bit here, huh? When you roll this dice face, all enemy lose barrier. Heavy. This dice face is 3 times more likely to be rolled. Whenever a spell using this rune inflicts a debuff, inflict 1 additional stack. Recycle. Okay, I definitely want that. And that's going to be a chance to hopefully go to recycle. Okay, and that's... Definitely want that to go up. Move you over. Give you the Void Steel body. Give me that. Alright, let's see what we can do. Boom, 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 boom. He's got a countdown of 11 for stun. Okay. You're doing 6 damage. Huh? We're going for grounded, obviously. Don't really have too much that I can do. We're gonna debuff me, but we're going to go ahead and add a die. Boom, boom, boom. What do we got? Recycle. When a spell is cast or a spell's countdown is reduced using this rune, re-roll this dice. Okay, well that's fine. It goes ahead and re-rolls that dice. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of that on there. You're doing 16. Not too bad. We are going to... Well, that has to be less than 2. Alright. Well, let's go that route. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to go ahead and begin the sandstorm. Yeah. We're going to grab some intensity and gain more grounded. You're doing something special. I don't want that. Well, that's a good one. I could just stack up the intensity. Okay, so you're doing something. Oh, you're. That's what replicator is for. Oh, okay. I've got 17 right now. First off, I want to rack up. I want to get my sandstorm intensity up. Like, massively get it up, yeah? Okay. Right, I forgot. Whenever a unit takes damage from the sandstorm this turn, gain 2 grounded. So, okay, so I'm going to grab some extra grounded there. I want to do that. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to kill you. So far, not too bad. Pretty easily done. Yeah. That's not really going to help us very much there. So we're just going to go ahead and kick up my barrier and be done with it. Nothing too bad. I do like grounded. Gravity body. Whenever this dice is used to reduce a countdown, that countdown is reduced by additional 5. That's pretty good. Strength dice. I'm going to basically already have that one. And vitality body. I'll go gravity. Cleave the mountain. Wow. Rising Stampede, deal 3 damage. Repeat 0. If that damage is fatal and the spell has not been cast this combat, this spell permanently gains 1 repeat. So as long as I don't use this, I guess. Or if I use this to do damage and it gets fatal, the repeat goes up. It's crap. I don't care about that. Oh, I forgot to get my dice body. Alright, let's see what we've got going on here. I do have some more grounded, though. So we're going to add right there. I need some actual more dice, I think. Spell Might. Minor absorb energy. This unit gains 1 might for every 4 spells cast. He's got luck. Luck be a lady. You know. Probably need to go ahead and do that. Alright, I'll deal with the damage I'm basically going to get. So I can get the extra dice, because I need that extra dice. Okay, definitely need more of that. Start the Sandstorm. What do we got? That's 8 and 8. Okay. What do we got here? You're a 9. You're a 5. I'm going to weaken you. I'm going to weaken you. This is also a 5. We're just going to go ahead and crank up that. Barrier. Alright, so that helps out. Boom, 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 boom. Definitely grab an Oasis. Increase the intensity. Die. Give me a 3. Give me a time. If the Sandstorm has begun, deal 7 damage. Otherwise, begin the Sandstorm. Gain 3 barrier, gain 1 grounded. That's good. This is your spell trash. Spells in the zone will be discarded when you leave the screen, so be careful. We're going to do that right there. Get rid of attack. Don't need it. Okay, we're going to definitely use that. So what does this say? When this dice face reduces the cooldown, I'm going to put that on a 5. Yep. The higher the cooldown on it, the better. Right? That is a 4. That is a 2. You're doing 13 damage. Like, already a 13 damage does not help me. Like, at all. I'm going to throw up the Sandstorm. I'm definitely going to need more barrier right now. Just so I can kind of get by some of that. When unit is debuffed, remove 1 hexproof. Why do I have this? When this dice is discarded, deal 10 damage to the player. So that's it. That was a discard. Yeah. That wasn't exactly what I wanted at all, now was it? I'm going to have to tank that damage. I can definitely see the spike in difficulty now, though. Yeah. That's going to help me. That's going to help me. It may just be 11 damage, but grab me a grounded out of it. Okay, well that one kind of sucks, right? I don't want to have to deal with that, but it looks like 10 damage a pop is not good. Let's see. That one's probably better. Okay, so that went that route, which is absolutely fine. I don't want to have to deal with that, but it looks like I'm just gonna have to. Okay, I definitely need to get. Okay, so that was still gonna hit me regardless, even if I didn't use it. That sucks. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Gain up the intensity. You can use this button to hide your dice if they're getting in the way. Why would I need to hide the dice? It's kind of weird, but okay. There's that. There's that. We are smacking up you. 7 HP back. That is a 7. Spirit, I guess. Turn to sand. Daytonic Lash. Deal 7 damage to each enemy, repeat once. That's 14 damage to everybody. And this will do 7 damage per enemy. Whenever a spell is consumed, gain sandstorm intensity equal to turn of sand. I'll take that one. I don't really need it, though. Let's check out the event. Okay. You come to a fork in a hallway, both with dead ends. A gate behind you shuts. In each hallway, there's a gargoyle with a dice-shaped insert in its mouth. There are plaques underneath each statue. One reads, "Nothing beats the might of an unstoppable force." The other, "Nothing phases the steadiness of the immovable object." Okay, so unstoppable body. The next time you cast a spell that deals damage using this dice, permanently increase the amount of damage that spell does by 5. Permanently remove this dice body. I'm going to go that route. Oh, and I get to... choose a dice with runes. Okay, we'll go in the Void Steel there then. Boom. Okay, so we got a shop. We have an event. I'll go to the shop because I need to go ahead and heal. And I don't have a place to heal, but I have a place for that. Oh, I can't even gain that either. That sucks. If the sandstorm has not begun, begin the sandstorm. Inflict 1 sand trap on an enemy. This enemy takes damage from the sandstorm 1 extra time for each sand trap this turn. Seek shelter. Gain 20 barrier. Man. That one's good too. I wouldn't mind sand trap because that'll do a lot of damage, but no, that's fine. I think I got what I wanted. Except now I'm going to have to rest. Oh, there's another shop and another rest event. But we're going to rest, and then I'm going to use open chests. Random dice body, 7 random faces. Attempt to open. Less than those. So I guess I'm going to have to go with this one. Locked. Yeah, I can't take that. Gain 2 dice bodies. The problem with that is that I only have like 3 dice. Right? Kind of suck. A whole bunch of faces here. Can I? This can give me a 7. That works for me. The Demon of Misfortune. Alright, let's see what a Demon of Misfortune can do. So that's any dice. So if I put you there, that starts that. Deal 10 damage to the player. Destroy dice. Oh. I don't want to destroy the dice. I need 1. Impenetrable. So that's what that means. That is a 15. Go ahead and give me that. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna, you know, deal damage anyway. So I might as well do what I can. Okay, I can't do any more there. They're all 4s, man. I definitely do not want. I've got to deal with it. Okay, so definitely Sandstorm there. Okay, well, not yet there. Let's go ahead and add that. Smack the bitch. Doesn't really help me. You help me though. You help me. It's gonna happen anyway, which is sad because I shouldn't have to deal with that anyway, you know. But even if I'm not using the might itself isn't. I'm not using any attack spells really, so I can kind of deal with that. I wonder, can I just... Yeah, it still happens regardless, even if I try to throw them away. So using them is kind of what I'm going to have to do. So I got a couple of good ones here. Ow. I didn't like that. Might as well get me some of that. Alright, but doesn't look like we're having too much issue. Considering it's how, like... Considering it's how I've just now beat him. Alright. Yeah, there's another 9, which is good. Spiked is good. Sinew body. Stone body. When this dice is used in a unit ability, gain 1 might and 1 fortitude. Then remove this dice body for the rest of combat. Okay. Quicksand. If the sandstorm has not begun, begin the sandstorm. Inflict 1 sand trap. Repeat 1. Self-inflict 2 vulnerable. Make 3 new dice for the rest of combat and discard them. Make dice value blank. New dice for the rest of combat and discard them. Deal 4 times dice value damage to the player. No. Quicksand sounds good. Oh, did I get an actual another dice? Oh, I did get a dice. Okay, but you need a new dice body now. Which you can go there. You can take that there. I think I want something like that. Give me that. No, I think I want this one, yeah. Oh, it just immediately gets rid of it, too. Okay. The sacrifice. All right. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Well, that's just a immediate. Start the sandstorm. What does that mean? Counts down by 1 at the end of the student's turn. When this status reaches 0, the player loses all HP. Oh. The enemy loses 50 HP. Inflict 1 vulnerable on this enemy. So I have to... That's harsh. Yeah. Grab a sand trap there. Okay, so that if I'm not attacking him with the spell, I don't get retaliated. That is perfectly fine. This is... There's that. Definitely that. That is now re-rolled. That is there. Only dice faces with a dice room. Oh, right. Okay, so I can't use that. You can go there. Alright, I've got to smack him, otherwise I'm dead. There we go. Sand Trap, which I forget. What does that do again? When it takes damage, since an extra amount of time. Yeah. We're going to increase the intensity. Not bad. Definitely like that. Well, I guess I could have waited, but I didn't need to. Infliction. Whenever a spell using this rune inflicts a debuff, inflict 1 additional stack. Alright. That's pretty good. If Sandstorm has not begun, begin Sandstorm. Inflict 1 sand trap on enemy. So that's not too bad either. I think I like the quicksand though. Quicksand's pretty good. Combat. Alright, so I want to... Yeah. So in case I can use that one over there on quicksand. The base power of this unit's attacks are equal to the player's barrier. No other enemies are dead. Kill this enemy. Minimum is 8. Oh, I have to have something greater than 8? Mirrored weakness? Alright, first off. Nobody's doing any real damage just yet. So I'm gonna do that right there. Alright. One of those. You are a 9. So you're dead. You're doing a 4x4. Wow. That's an odd. And I got a reroll there. I guess he has a... Yeah, whenever a dice is rerolled. Okay. Not too bad. That's going to help me more than anything. There's that. Definitely want that. And grab you some of sand traps. Boom. That works for me. That also works for me. I like the whole Sandstorm like kind of gameplay. It's really doing its thing. Yeah. Oh, I took 3 damage. How dare you? Yeah, we'll go shell. Staying power. Gain 10 barrier, gain 1 retain. Barriers does not go away. Okay. Veil of Sand, gain 6 barrier. If dice value is 1, gain 1 hexproof. If the Sandstorm has not begun, begin the Sandstorm. When this unit is debuffed, remove 1 hexproof and negate the damage. This might actually be better than barrier then. right? Because this is going to give me... This can give me a max of 10. I want to keep that, just in case. Because this will start the sandstorm, which is good. But it also give me hexproof. I could probably use this instead of Force of Nature. Oh, actually no. It's over toughness. That's what we're doing. Gonna go to elite combat. Okay, I know I have a shell. So extra barrier. The volatile being. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what do you have? While there are other enemy units, this unit cannot take damage from spells, unit abilities, or whatever. Don't have to worry too much about that, I guess. Oh, right. Charges were depleted. Well, that sucks. That one is a stun. You're not actually hitting me just yet. Now you are. Now you're going to do lots of damage. But I can go there. Alright, so let's start the sandstorm. Nobody is attacking me just yet. I want to gain fortitude. Okay, gives me that. Charging. Okay. Definitely need that there. That works. 45 damage. They are both about to smack the ever-loving crap out of me. Ouch. Like, absolutely. Ouch. I forgot. What is this one? This one is the affliction, yeah. So that should do more there. Definitely trying to take up that works. Okay, he beat the crap out of me there at the very end. Wow, that sucked. Random dice face. That's not too bad. Whenever this dice is rolled, randomize faces. I guess that's fine. If sandstorm has begun, gain 10 barrier and 1 sandstorm intensity. Otherwise, begin the sandstorm. That's not too bad. Actually, that might be better than this. I barely have been using this. Rest. I need life. Definitely. All right, let's check out the event. Oh, it's one of these guys. I can grab 75 gold from him. I don't think I was going to do much here. All right, we'll go to the shop. I can grab another dice, thankfully. Protection body. Gain 10 barrier if you discard this dice from your hand at the end of turn. I don't know about that. No, I think I'm good. Oh, we can gain a new dice here. All right. And now we're at the boss combat. Okay. Origin of Sickness. But I do have a new one. Might as well grab you there. What do we got? Affliction. Shell. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll go that route. I like the way he looks though. That's pretty cool. Inoculate. The player gains 10 max HP. Heal the player for 45% of their max HP. Destroy dice. That doesn't really help me any. First off, let's go ahead and start it up. And grab that. You are no longer hexproof. Alright, we're going to re-roll that. Don't really have anything there. Right, charges were depleted on that one. That doesn't help me any. Right, charges are depleted on that one. Doesn't really help me any. You are impenetrable. Now you're not. I need a 1. Thank you very much. Give me that one, and now you're all done. Let us grant up the sickness. Well, that was not fun. That was not fun at all. Grounded Sandstorm. Give me one of those. 10 might? You absolute bastard. Grab me some of those. $64 damage. I can take it. I'm already up to 31 grounded, which is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, we're blazing through this guy. Absolutely blazing through him. Give me that dice. Give me that dice. No, I don't need any of those. Yeah, give me another warm body. I like that. Sturdy's good. Okay, I don't need the card though. No, I'm good. What do I have? Random rare spell. One each of dice face. Well, that's not really going to help me any. That will. Mycelium. Gain dice value of grounded. Repeat once. Well, now. Yeah, that's probably better than Huddle Up then. Because Grounded is actually much better. Well, I can't use any of that. Gain one permanent might. Permanently destroy this spell. I don't need any of these. Yeah. When a spell using this rune deals unblocked damage, gain one might. But I'm not using that. I'm not using any attack spells, really. I'm good. Alright, full boss battle here now. Okay, let's see what we got. I don't know if I can do anything here. Oh, just another warm body. Alright. The Avatar of the Soul. Let's see what we've got going on here. You're doing 35 damage right out of the get-go. You suck. Like flat out, my guy. Why am I getting hurt? Player casts a spell, increase burden by 1. When burden reaches 15, increase exertion curse. After player casts a spell, the player takes damage equal to exertion curse. Alright. But I needed... You just like wiped out half of my dice. You absolute shitheel. Now you're doing 40 damage. Why are you wanting to do this, my guy? Okay, Oasis will help me. It's going to be a slow and steady wins the race sort of run. Just until I get my grounded up. This countdown sucks. that. Hitting me for 50 damage, man. Now I have a specific curse that you're gonna make me lose my ugh. You're not doing any real damage, but I'm trying to get my intensity and my grounded up. Alright. You're now cursing me. I don't have any just ones. Alright, you're definitely going to need to go there. Oh, you suck so much. Alright, so that allowed me to get that taken care of. You're there. Okay. Doing 55 damage. Still alive. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, you're good. Wait, what? Why? That sucked. 67 damage now. You absolute bastard. Alright, well. I guess it's whenever it gets up to 15, it like stops me. Ow. Yeah, I think I'm dead here. Yeah, he's doing that much damage to me. Absolutely dead. Yeah. Okay. I mean, for first run, yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. That's actually a pretty fun game. I kind of like that. I'd kind of like to see what the other characters are like. Yeah. But that's all that you get is just the Gaiamancer. I liked it. This was Archon Soul. I know it was a little bit over my normal hour, but I was getting really into it. If you guys lasted this long, please let me know what you thought in the comments. Until then, be good to each other.